Hey guys, welcome to our channel. So we've been decoding REM Losing My Religion. Um, Said enough, changed to set it up twice. So in order to extract what did change, you first have to figure out what didn't change and eliminate that. So since this S in set enough is still over here and set it up, we can eliminate this S. Since this I in set enough is still over here and set it up, we can eliminate this I. Since this E in set enough is still over here and set it up, we can eliminate this E. And since this U in set enough is still over here and set it up, we can eliminate this U. And that leaves you with ADNOGHTTP, and that happened twice. So you bring ADNOGHTTP down twice. Then we use this numerology chart right here. And again, the computer would use all of these numerology charts, but we're just doing this one. And to save time, you can see right here, and ADNOGHTTP ends up being 145678227, and that happens twice, so you bring it down twice. Once you hit this overlap, going forward, you can start coming back, unless we're rearranging them, the numbers and letters, which we're not. And then once you hit it again, coming back, you're done. So we'll start with 145, and 145 winds up being Journal of Chemical Physics, Volume 145. Volume 145. And the most interesting, it deals with several things, but it seems to me down here, you can see it deals with all sorts of stuff. I'm not finding what I... Anyway, it deals with all sorts of stuff, guys. But you can just see. And I think I said plus here. So you also have Solvex Series 37-145, Chemical and Liquid Protection. 145 Series Nitrile Gloves, obviously, for chemicals. You also have PubChem here. And 145 here, summary code. So a few things here. Here's these other chemical resistant gloves. That's what you were dealing with, guys. Alpha-Tech Solvex 145 chemical resistant gloves. So nothing terribly interesting, but it's there. Oh, communication, polymer entanglement dynamics, role of attractive interactions. And there's your 145 right here. So that, if you move on from that, you have 567 and 567. I think that's where we're at. Yep, ends up being BM 567 came in chemicals, or came in chemical, I guess. And there you go, BM 567 right here. This is a little, check that out. This is kind of a little, I guess, graph of it. And down here it gives you all sorts of information on this particular chemical, solubility, and such. And I said back to list. I probably did every single time, guys, but I'm not sure that we're going to go through all this all the time here while I'm trying to save time. Amerex 567 30-pound high-performance dry chemical extinguisher. How about Chemical Geology, volume 567? Chem ID Plus, browse. Name starts with SH567. Chemical information. So you got a few things. Chemistry 567, chemical kinetics. And that looks like some sort of a college class, so they could hit anything at this college. umich.edu. And there's Cayman Chemical again. So Loctite 567 Henkel. Industrial applications in the chemical processing. Petroleum refining. Pulp paper, waste treatment. We've had that before. So a few things there. Well, we're going to move on to 678, which ends up being PAY 678. Selective chemical probe for human elastase. So anyway, it talks all about this cell permeable. Bay 678 is cell permeable. And just all sorts of stuff about it. I should be leaving these links, but I haven't been. But we could read all about it. But I said back to list, so we're going to hurry and go back to the list. You got fluorine, CAS number 678, STEM-26-2 STEM product catalog. Chemical physics letters, volume 678. Polyface 678 by Troy Chemical Company. So you got Strem Chemical Incorporated, CAS number 678-26-2. How about R.E. Davis Chemical Corp versus Diagnostics Incorporated? There's your 678 right here. So you got a few things with that. If you move on from that, you have 822, and 822 ends up being berzofamide, VE822. Right here, Selic Chemicals. So you got also hexamethylene disoxygenate 822-06-0 right here, chemical book. Same thing here. TNT 822, chemical oxygen demand. So you got a few things. Part 822, OASAS. Applicable to chemical dependence. That's chemical dependence, but why not? 822-16-2 sodium stearate. So you got a few things going on there, and I could go on, but we're going to move on to 271. And now we're in the overlap. 271 is 271 chemical engineering process. Right here. So I found that to be interesting whenever you're doing. We've had chemical engineering before. You also have benzofuran 271-89-6 chemical effects in biological systems. How about UCSC General Catalog Chem 271, Chem 271 Chemical Biology. You also have Chemical Geology, Volume 271, Issues 1 through 2. That's right here, guys. I'm just reading as I go, I guess. So you also have KR 271, and that is Shin Estu Chemical Company. Slow curing, low hardness silicone resin product. So you got a few things there that get you through going forwards. Now we're going to come back. 722 coming back. Ends up being Harvard Chemical 722, Pro Smoke Malodor, and Odor Neutralizer. You also have Super Alloy in Connell 722. There's that Harvard Chemical again. SCT 722, Southern Chemical and Textiles. Used in children and baby products, as well as formulations for sensitive skin. You got that a couple times. USGAO Chemical Security. DHS could use available data to better plan outreach to faculties excluded from anti-terrorism standards. For Pete's sake, and there's your 722 right there. You also have MS 722, product use, cleaning solvent. You also have AMEREX 722, 10-pound high-flow dry chemical extinguisher. So you had that before. Not sure what relevance that has, but it's in there. And if you move on from that, you have the 287, which ends up being the most interesting thing to me was these latex gloves. Trident 287 chemical resistant gloves. We had that before with the other number. You also have wire trace chemicals showing up in umbilical cord, 287 different industrial chemicals and pollutants in babies' blood cord or cord blood. You also have Chemical Engineering Journal, Volume 287. So there's those gloves again. So you got a few things going on there, but we're going to move on actually to 765. And 765 ends up being, oh yeah, Mason. We know what Mason is. CS675 Pilot Chemical. You also have right here Belnacasin VX765 Select Chemicals. So if you come back up, I mean, you got a few other things. Chemical vulcanizing fluid and item number 765. Eversorb 765. Everlight Chemical. So there's that vulcanizing fluid again. So anyway, if you move on from that, you have 541. And how about Chemical Physics Volume 451? Science Direct. They could hit anything in there. Methylcrotonic acid 541-47-9 Tokyo Chemical Industry Company. You also have this long thing that I'm not even going to try to pronounce, but CAS 541, Registered Substances, European Chemical Agency. Has a molecular weight and everything, PubChem ID, and a formula. So you also have L-carnitine on Cayman Chemical, CAS number 541-15-1. You also have CHM QCB 541 Chemical Biology, Louis Sigler Institute. So they could hit anything at this institute. So quite a few things there going on. And if you move on from that, now you're in the overlap. You got 172, and that ends up being 172nd Chemical Company. And so this down here says it was constituted 21 October 1942 in the Army of the United States as the 172nd Smoke Generator Company. And it just kind of tells you about it. But that's another Army company, and we had that in medical as well. And that gets you through going forwards and backwards in chemicals. So up next will be um, atomic weights. Atomic weights will be next. And I think tonight, I don't know about tonight, it's getting kind of late, but maybe tomorrow I'll do a live thing tomorrow morning / afternoon. We'll try to do another live show. Just talk about whatever anybody wants to talk about. That was kind of fun and interesting before, so we'll do it again. Either tonight or tomorrow, I'm not sure. It's getting kind of late now, so we'll try tomorrow. So for now, we're going to let this video go at that. That concludes chemicals. We'll do atomic weights next, then laboratories, then research groups, and then random hits. So then we'll check the gematria against, so far, nothing's changed my mind, North Dakota University, and see if it hooks up with the other Mandela effects through gematria. So, and then we'll do simple binary and just see what's there and what isn't there. That's kind of what we're doing with the atomic weights. We're just seeing what's there and what isn't there. I don't necessarily expect the atomic weights to go through forwards and backwards. They have, but I don't necessarily expect them to. That's just, instead of doing it with chemicals, we're just seeing what's there and what isn't there in its own category. So for now, thanks for all your thumbs up, thumbs down when appropriate. Thanks for all your comments, leads, feedback, and subscriptions. And thanks for watching, guys. And for now, you guys have a great rest of your evening.